getting Geno Malkin with the hat trick leads the Penguins to 4-3 victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets to take the series 4-2, where we wait the winner of the New York Rangers and Philadelphia for round number 2. The Pittsburgh Penguins finally end the dreaded scoring first curse to take the game 4-3 after scoring 4 straight goals to build up a 4-0 lead thanks to Malkin and the unheralded play yet again of Brandon Sutter. They held off a late Columbus surge, almost collapsed, and win the game 4-3. Whew! What a series that was. Let me tell you, my heart was going pitter-patter all game. That was a nerve-wracking game. But the big boys came out to play tonight, and man, they were unstoppable. Malkin is back in his Conn Smythe winning form again, becoming the third ever player in Penguins franchise history to record multiple hat tricks in the playoffs, after Lemieux, Crosby, and now Malkin. Dan Bosma once again puts Crosby and Malkin on the same line, which creates an absolutely monstrous of a line, and the two-headed monster was flying all night. While Crosby still has yet to score, he was in on 2 of Malkin's goals, although he's only officially recorded an assist for one of them. Chris Kunitz is in there as well. They're making things happen all night, just generating plays, and man, those guys really wanted the puck. The return of Marcel Gotch allowed Bosma to do this because he was able to move up to the third line, which is much more suited to his skill set, and Sutter, who's played so well lately, 5 points in 6 playoff games, was able to move up to the second line with Neal and Jokinen, and he was great again, scoring another big goal. Unfortunately, Sutter suffered a huge injury, which looked quite bad after blocking a shot, could barely get off on his own, but he was able to skate off and shake hands at the end of the game, so that's a good sign. Joe Vitale also hurt in this game after a pretty bad knee-on-knee hit with Blake Como that he initiated. Let's hope that Sutter and Vitale really recover well, because especially Sutter, we're really going to need those guys, because depth scoring has really come through for us in this series. So, a couple thoughts on the game. Penguins surged out to a lead. They were dominating the game. It looked like they were going to run away with the game yet again. And, people can give Columbus all the credit in the world, but they were asleep for most of the game. They did not start trying until 10 minutes left. It was too little, too late. They put in a valiant effort. They gave me a scare when they scored that third goal, and I thought, Fleury was losing again, but he made that huge save on Calvert just before the third goal went in, and none of the goals he could really do much about. The defense was doing nothing on that play. People are talking about how piss-poor the Penguins' defense is. I don't really think it's as bad as people think. Yes, they did give up some high-scoring chances, but they did not give up a lot of shots really per game. Their defense, I thought, was good overall for the most part today. It was just until the end when they had a little bit of a collapse, but the defense is not as bad as people think it is. Dan Bosma's really adjusted his systems. They brought in Jacques Martin, an assistant coach, to really help with defense. He adjusted to make a new left-wing lock system, which really helps them in their defensive end as well. They still do create a high number of turnovers, but I think that's because the system they play. They're a very run-and-gun rush type of team. But I'm not worried about the defensive play. The defensive play has really gotten a lot better this year. They were top 10 in the league and least amount of goals against allowed this season. If anything, it's their penalty kill that needs work, because their special teams this series have been atrocious. Their power play is just over 20%, so a bit down from regular season. That's understandable. It's playoffs. Their penalty kill was around 75%. They also allowed 3 shorthanded goals. And a shorthanded goal today, I don't know what Neal was doing. He was just standing there. But the penalty kill has got to get better, because it's not been good this series. He's putting out guys like Glass and Adams, and yes, I understand the penalty kill specialists, but they haven't really done much in terms of penalty kill. If it were up to me, I'd put my best players in the penalty kill, like Crosby, because he's actually quite good defensively. And I don't know, the penalty kill is just, there's something off with that. They really have to get the fix they want to go far in the playoffs, because you can go far without a good power play, but you cannot go far without a good penalty kill. Defense wins championships, as we know, so I would definitely hope that they shore something up there. I don't know what's up with that, because they were top 5 in the league all season, but they were trending down a lot after the Olympic break. I don't know if it's systems or if it's personnel. I think it's probably a bit of both, probably mostly personnel. Let's dissect some of the big storylines this series. Okay, finally Malkin got on the board. He had a monster last game, and I expect him to keep this up, and if he's rolling into next year's, watch out whoever we play next. Alright, Weiner goes from Crosby. He has 6 points in 6 games. That's still pretty darn good. You know, people want to give Dubinsky all the credit in the world, but Steve Dangle, you can follow him on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, made a great point about this in his latest LFR playoff video. Dubinsky's not shutting Crosby down. He has 6 points in 6 games. That's not being legitimately shut down. If he was being legitimately shut down, he would not have any chances. He would have 0 points in 0 games. He would not be getting the looks he's getting. He's getting some wide open looks in front of the net. He's just misfiring. He's not being shut down. Dubinsky's doing an okay job. He's not doing that great of a job. If you look at the matchups, Crosby's winning his matchups. So is Malkin. If you look at his Corsi numbers, this is the highest Corsi number he's ever had all playoffs in the last 5 seasons. His Corsi is 61.3. His Fenwick is 62.4, which means that he possessed the puck 62 more times when he's on the ice. There's 62% more chances on the other team than there are against him. That is very good. He leads all Penguins in that regard. Crosby is doing well. He's creating things. He's making things happen. Yes, he's not dominating, but there's been a lot of speculation that he may be injured. Crosby's not said he's injured. Bosman's not said he's injured. It's not obvious in the way he's playing that he's injured. Maybe he's just tired. He literally carried this team on his back throughout the whole regular season. He played 80 games plus 7 Olympic games after playing only 100 games within 3 seasons before that. Maybe he's just fatigued. He's misfiring wide open shots he usually gets. Maybe he's mentally and physically fatigued. His shifts are significantly shorter. His speed is a lot slower. I think maybe he's just not used to playing so much. And while he's very well conditioned, playing much more than you're used to will catch up to. Chris Letang has said the same thing. He's probably the most conditioned athlete on the team, but he's playing so much more in these playoffs, and he didn't play for so long with the stroke. He gets fatigued after the game, and the boys are doing him a big favor from finally picking up, getting secondary scoring, which we hadn't gotten all year. So please shut up about Crosby. Crosby's not the problem. He is doing his job. He is possessing the puck. He is doing well. He is getting his chances. He is creating. He is getting open space. He is not being shut down. That is complete bullshit. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Crosby's fine. You don't have anything to worry about with Crosby. Crosby will, if he keeps getting his chances, Crosby will score, and he will get on the board just as Malkin did. It's only a matter of time. So, please like if you like this video. Subscribe if you really like it. I will be making a playoff video when we know who our opponent is for round 2, a preview of that series, and my prediction for the series. Please check that out when it is online. Tell all your friends, share it with everyone, and I will see you in my playoff video.